just what I'm really trying to get at is like walk through, because the economics are different here. You have a portfolio manager, you have a team, you have the platforms, you have incentive based fees. So from your perspective, like how do the economics of this work, and like what is the fee structure like?
Yeah, so a lot of the pod shops have uh, they've innovated, one might say, in creating the pass-through fee as a primary source. And of course, anyone who's invested in funds, there's always been uh, I'd call it sort of sensible standard pass-through fees, which is like the fund pays the audits and the accounting and things
Mm.
like that. And there's good fiduciary reasons why that should be the case. But what these folks have done, many of these folks have done, is they've innovated by not just passing through things like fund expenses, but instead passing through the direct expenses of the employees who are allocating the capital in order to raise them, in order to run the money. So whereas traditionally, for instance, when I was in the hedge fund business, traditionally you'd pay your employees out of the 2 and 20, essentially, and that's how the economics of the business works. The pass-through expenses essentially are that the investor pays the fund manager directly, and these are not, this is not a de minimis amount. In many cases, if you talk to certain allocators, they'll say that what they're seeing is when you add in the pass-through expenses, essentially the fixed fee component of the fee structure could be 700 or 800 basis points, like that order of magnitude, in addition to the performance fees that get paid on top of it based upon their performance. And I think the challenge for allocators is, look, pass-through fees are essentially fixed, whether the alpha comes or not. As long as the alpha keeps coming, it looks like it looks fine, right? You'll pay 7 and 30 as long as the alpha keeps coming and you get that 2 net of fees Sharpe ratio with no market exposure. The real question is, will it come, right? And as long as you're paying the 7%, that's a high hurdle rate to getting good net of fees returns.